Good morning, class.
Good morning, Teacher Jay.
Okay, please remain stand for the prayer. May lead the
In
prayer.
the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Okay, please take your seats. So first, I'm going to check your attendance. Please raise your right hand and say present as your name is called. Jailin. Present. John Mark.
Present.
May.
Present.
Rika.
Present.
Okay. So, our topic for today is the 8 phases of the moon. So first, we have 3 questions that we're going to answer for this lesson. And the first question is, what is moon? And the second question is, what are the phases of the moon? And the third one is how the moon changes its phases. So, okay, the first question is, what is moon? Do you have an idea what is moon is? Jailin? Okay, thank you for your wonderful answer. So, the moon. It is one of the objects in the galaxy that we see in the sky. We clearly see it with our own bare eyes because the moon is the closest neighbor of the Earth. So, sometimes we see it, but sometimes we don't because the moon moves around the Earth. That is why it is called the natural satellite of the Earth. So, it shows how the moon rotates on it. So, do you see the graphics, the 2 graphics here? So these 2 graphics, it shows how the moon rotates on its own axis and how show its appearance under the light of the sun. So the next question is, what are the phases of the moon? So do you have an idea about the phases of the moon? Yes, Jailin? Does the moon change its phases? Yes, very good. So there are 8 phases of the moon. The first, new moon. Second, waxing crescent. Third, first quarter. The fourth, waxing gibbous. And the fifth, full moon. And the sixth, waning gibbous moon. And the seventh, last quarter moon. And last, waning crescent moon. So first, let's move on to the new moon. So the new moon is the first phases of the moon. So the new moon is the lighted part of the moon facing away from the earth. Thus, it is not visible because we are seeing the dark side of the moon. So, ang new moon is ato makita is black or gid tanan. Murag atong wala may kuan karon bulan kay wala ikon hayag ang kuan langit. But kuan din siya na nagpasabot nga ang moon is new moon. So nasalikdan ang ihang light sa na-block ang light sa kuan sa sun sa moon. So ato makita dayon sa earth is dark side sa moon. So let's move on to the second phases of the moon, which is the waxing crescent moon. So, may please read the slides.
The
Please stand up.
shape of the moon, this phase is less than first quarter.
Okay, thank you for your participation. We can see the light of the moon is being illuminated more. So, ang moon, nagpakita na siya og light gamay. Pero yung formas is C-shape pa siya. Dili pa gid siya totally nga nagpakita og sa iyang light. So, let's move on to the third one. Okay. Jailin, please read the slides. Please stand up.
Half of the moon is visible to the earth about a week after a new moon.
Okay, the first quarter moon. So we see the half of the light of the moon. So the first quarter moon Makita na to ni siya about a week ago after new moon. So let's move on to the fourth quarter. The waxing gibbous moon. Marika, please tell and read the slides. Okay, thank you for your participation. Please step down. Okay? The visible lighted part of the moon is more than the first quarter moon. So in the waxing gibbous moon, the four phases of the moon, we almost see the lighted part of the moon. So as you can see here, gamay na lang yung kulang. Makita na yun nato ang tibuok nga circle sa moon. So let's move on to the fifth phases of the moon. Okay, which is the full moon. So I'll read the 1, 2, 3. Okay, the fifth phases of the moon is the full moon. The whole part of the moon is lighted. The entire circle of the moon is visible during the clear night. So, unsay yung na-obserbaran? So, kadto ganiha, di ba? Ang moon, gikan pa siya sa black hantod na nagpakuan siya, nagpakita siya kahaya gamay hangtod nga tunga na hangtod nga nakita na gid nato ang full moon, ang the whole lighted part of the moon. So, muna siya gitawag na natural satellite tungod sa cycle. So, pag yun na human, let's move on to the sixth phases of the moon. So, the sixth phases of the moon is the waning gibbous moon. The lighted part of the moon gets smaller, which is less than the full moon. So, meaning is the moon is being nag-fade ang niyang kuan, ang light. So, diri padulong sa kuan, diri sa full moon, murag isibog ang kuan, gamay ang light sa iyahang pika side. Actually, ang waning is opposite sa waxing gibbous. Kaya ang gibbous, kuan, dako ang niyang dark side, nagpakita nga gamay, hangtod nga kita gidugdakan, hangtod nga nagpakita na gid nato totally ang moon. Kini siya kuan siya kibali, pasalop siya nga kuan kung sa kuan pa sa sun is pa sunset kibali ana. Okay, let's move on to the 7 phases of the moon, which is the last quarter moon. So the half of the moon is visible again to the third week of the moon. So by this time, kining last quarter moon is opposite to the first quarter moon because we see the lighted part, the half lighted part of the moon in the right side. So after this, let's move on to the 8th, but not the least, the last phases of the moon, which is the waning crescent. So the visible lighted part of the moon, it gets smaller than the last quarter. So nag-anang-anang na siya o kawala ang niyang light. So ang niyang lighted part is being illuminated but in a smaller way. So gikan sa kuan, mabalik na sa din siya pagka-dark. Ni-fade naman niyang pagka-light, na siya sa iyang C-shape, na siya sa right side. Ni-fade na siya. So, mabalik na siya o pagka-light. Did you get it? Okay, so let's move on to the third question, which is, how does the moon change its phases? So, do you have an idea about how the moon does change its phases? Bingboy? Yes? What? Okay, thank you. So, the shape of the moon is still changing through the month. However, our view of the moon does change. So, the moon does not produce its own light. Okay, ang moon, dili siya produce sa iyang own light because there are one source of light in the solar system, which is the sun. Without the sun, our moon is completely dark. So what you may have heard referred to a moonlight is actually just sunlight reflecting of the moon's surface. The sunlight comes from one direction and it always illuminates or lights up one half of the moon, the side of the moon that is facing the sun. The other side of the moon is dark. The moon displays these 8 phases, one after the other as it moves through its cycle each month. it takes 27 days for the moon to orbit Earth. So that means the moon's cycle is 27 days long. How days long? Okay, very good. Thank you for your participation. So I have a game here, which is the slide pictures that I want you to guess the different phases of the moon. So, okay. Are you ready? Okay, let's do it. So the first picture. So guess what is the name of this phase of the moon? Okay. The first pick. So we're going to call you randomly. So here, arrows. I will call you to answer the slides. So let's do this. Oh my God. Oh, the first participant is Jylin. Please answer this picture. Please stand up. Okay, very good.
Oh, wait.
Please clap your hands to Jylin. That's the right answer. So next. Okay, new moon. So, the next slide. I'm going to spin again. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we have Rika. Please stand up. Okay, waxing crescent is her answer. So let's check if that is correct. Okay, waxing crescent, please, a round of applause. Okay, very good. So next. Okay, eyes here. Look at the picture and guess what is the name of that place. So, just wait a minute. Okay, we have May.
First quarter.
First quarter is here answer. So, let's check if that is correct. First quarter, very good. Clap your hands. So, the next slide. Okay, eyes here. Let's check what is that name of that. Let's spin again. Okay, back to Jylin. Please stand up and you take your answer. So, what is your answer? Waxing Gabos is her answer. Waxing Gabos, a round of applause. Very good. So, let's move on. The next picture. So, let's find out if one. Okay, we have again May. Please stand up.
Full moon.
Very good, full moon. Okay, full moon. Very good. Clap your hands. Okay, the next slide is okay. That slide goes on. Answer that. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we have John Mark. Please stand up. And what is your answer? What's your answer? Winning Gables is answer. So let's check if that is correct. Okay, winning Gables Moon. Clap your hands. Very good. Okay, thank you for your participation. I guess you are okay, I have a Google form here, which is the assessment. Our assessment is being attached. So I want you to answer this in your home, on your mobile phones if you have. But if you have no cell phone or gadgets, you can get your paper and pencil and dictate your answer.